Last night, a 72-year-old woman went to bed just like any other night, peaceful, unaware that it would be her last. By morning, she was gone. No illness, no warning signs, just a tragic and sudden end that left her family in shock. What happened? Could it have been prevented? The truth is, after 70, certain bedtime habits can silently put your life at risk, increasing the chances of a stroke, heart attack, or even sudden death in your sleep. The worst part? Most seniors have no idea they're making these dangerous mistakes. But here's the good news. By identifying and avoiding these risky habits, you can protect your health, improve your sleep, and ensure you wake up feeling strong and refreshed every morning. Stay with me, because the last mistake is one that nearly every senior unknowingly makes, and it could be the most dangerous of all. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. 1. Eating heavy meals too late at night. Picture this. You enjoy a big, satisfying dinner late in the evening and then head straight to bed. It might seem harmless, but as we get older, our digestive system slows down, making it harder to process food efficiently. This seemingly innocent habit can contribute to several health risks, especially after 70. When you were younger, you might have been able to eat a heavy meal right before bedtime without any issues. However, as you age, your body's metabolism changes and late-night eating can lead to problems like acid reflux, high blood pressure, and even an increased risk of heart attacks during sleep. Studies have shown that consuming large meals before bedtime can disrupt sleep, elevate nighttime blood pressure, and contribute to cardiovascular issues. One such study, published in 2018 in the Journal of Clinical Sleep Medicine, found a strong link between late-night eating and sleep disturbances. The research highlighted that those who regularly eat large meals before bed are more likely to experience acid reflux, poor sleep quality, and heightened cardiovascular risks. Take the case of Maria, a 74-year-old grandmother who had a lifelong habit of eating late-night meals. Whether it was a plate of pasta or a heavy snack, she enjoyed ending her day with food. However, she started noticing changes. She struggled with sleep, felt bloated in the mornings, and often experienced a burning sensation in her throat. After visiting her doctor, she was diagnosed with acid reflux and high blood pressure, both of which were aggravated by her nighttime eating routine. So, what's the solution? Experts recommend finishing your last full meal at least 3 to 4 hours before going to bed. If you feel hungry late at night, opt for a light snack instead, such as a handful of almonds, a banana, or a warm cup of chamomile tea. By making this small but significant change, you can reduce the risk of nighttime heart issues, improve digestion, and allow your body to focus on rest and recovery, rather than struggling to digest a heavy meal while you sleep. 2. Drinking too many liquids before bed. Staying hydrated is essential for good health, but drinking too much liquid before bed can pose serious risks, especially for older adults. While you may think that a cup of water before sleep is harmless, it could be contributing to nighttime disruptions that affect your well-being in ways you might not realize. Have you ever found yourself waking up multiple times in the middle of the night just to use the bathroom? If so, you're not alone. This condition, known as nocturia, is extremely common among seniors. However, what seems like just a minor inconvenience could have significant consequences for your health. Waking up frequently at night interferes with deep, restorative sleep, which is critical for maintaining cognitive function and overall well-being. Studies have shown that poor sleep quality is strongly linked to an increased risk of dementia and other cognitive impairments in older adults. Interrupted sleep also leads to daytime fatigue, reduced concentration, and a weakened immune system, making you more vulnerable to illnesses. Beyond cognitive effects, nighttime urination presents a more immediate physical danger. Falls. Picture this, it's 2 a.m., and you feel the urgent need to go to the bathroom. Still half asleep, you get out of bed, but your body isn't fully awake. A sudden drop in blood pressure, known as orthostatic hypotension, can make you feel dizzy or lightheaded, increasing your risk of losing balance. Falls are one of the leading causes of injury and hospitalization among seniors, and many occur during nighttime trips to the bathroom. A single fall can result in fractures, head injuries, or long-term mobility issues. To reduce the risk of nocturia, limit your liquid intake 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. If you need to drink water, take small sips rather than a full glass. Avoid caffeine and alcohol in the evening, as they act as diuretics, increasing urine production. By making these small adjustments, you can improve your sleep quality, reduce your risk of dangerous nighttime falls, and protect both your physical and cognitive health as you age. 3. Sleeping in a room that's too warm. Many people believe that a warm, cozy bedroom is the perfect setting for a good night's sleep. After all, who doesn't love the idea of curling up under a pile of thick, soft blankets on a chilly night, feeling snug and secure as the world outside fades away? The image of a toasty bedroom, perhaps with a flickering fireplace or a warm mug of tea on the nightstand, evokes a sense of comfort and relaxation that seems synonymous with rest. However, what feels like a comforting haven may be working against you, especially as you age. For older adults, this seemingly harmless preference could quietly undermine both sleep quality and long-term health in ways that are easy to overlook. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. As we grow older, our bodies undergo subtle but significant changes, including a reduced ability to regulate internal temperature. This natural decline in thermoregulation means that a bedroom that feels pleasantly warm to a younger person might become a stifling trap for someone in their 60s, 70s, or beyond. When the room is too warm, your body has to expend extra energy to cool itself down, a process that involves sweating, increased blood flow, and a faster heart rate. For seniors, whose cardiovascular systems may already be less resilient, this added strain can quietly build up over time. Sleeping in a hot environment might not cause obvious distress right away, but night after night, it can chip away at your well-being, contributing to fatigue, dehydration, and even an increased risk of heart-related issues. Consider Frank, a 76-year-old retiree living in a quaint suburban home. For years, Frank had prided himself on creating the coziest bedroom possible. He kept his thermostat set to a steady 75 degrees Fahrenheit, a temperature he found soothing after a lifetime of battling cold winters. Every night, he'd pile on thick flannel blankets, relishing the weight and warmth as he drifted off to sleep. But Frank's cozy ritual came with a hidden cost. More often than not, he'd wake up in the middle of the night, his pajamas clinging to his skin, drenched in sweat. By morning, he'd stumble out of bed feeling exhausted, groggy, and sluggish, his energy sapped before the day even began. He chalked it up to just getting old, but what Frank didn't realize was that his overheated bedroom was the real culprit. His body was working overtime to cool itself, leaving him dehydrated, elevating his blood pressure, and disrupting the deep, restorative sleep he desperately needed. Frank's experience isn't unique. Research backs up the idea that bedroom temperature plays a critical role in sleep quality, particularly for older adults. A study from the National Sleep Foundation highlights that the ideal sleeping temperature falls between 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, a range far cooler than what many people instinctively prefer. This isn't just a random suggestion. It's rooted in how our bodies function during sleep. As we rest, our core temperature naturally drops, signaling to the brain that it's time to enter deeper sleep stages. A cooler environment supports this process, allowing the body to relax fully, while a warm room fights against it, keeping the system on high alert. For seniors, the benefits of a cooler bedroom go beyond comfort. It promotes deeper, more restorative sleep, strengthens immune function, and reduces unnecessary strain on the heart. It also helps prevent dehydration, a serious concern for older adults, who are more susceptible to fluid loss and may not always feel thirsty enough to replenish what's lost overnight. The science doesn't stop there. A 2019 study published in the journal Sleep Medicine found that sleeping in cooler temperatures can enhance the production of melatonin, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep cycles. For aging adults, whose melatonin levels often decline, this boost can make a noticeable difference in how refreshed they feel each morning. Conversely, a room that's too warm can suppress melatonin production, fragment sleep patterns, and even increase the likelihood of waking up during the night. exactly what happened to Frank. Over time, these disruptions don't just leave you tired. They can contribute to broader health issues like weakened immunity, higher stress levels, and a greater risk of cardiovascular problems. So, what can you do to turn things around? The solution starts with a simple but powerful adjustment: lowering your bedroom temperature to align with the recommended 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit range. This might feel chilly at first, especially if you're used to a warmer setup, but your body will thank you in the long run. Swap out those heavy, heat-trapping blankets for lighter, breathable bedding made from natural fibers like cotton or bamboo. Invest in moisture-wicking sleepwear to keep sweat at bay, and consider adding a small bedside fan or cracking a window to improve air circulation. These changes don't just prevent overheating, they create an environment where your body can rest efficiently, without battling the elements all night long. For those who still crave a touch of coziness, there are smart compromises. Try using a warm water bottle at your feet or a heated throw for the initial wind-down period. Then set it aside once you're ready to sleep. The goal is to strike a balance: enough warmth to feel comfortable as you drift off, but not so much that it sabotages your rest. If you live in a climate with fluctuating temperatures, a programmable thermostat can be a game changer, letting you dial in the perfect coolness just as bedtime approaches. By embracing these adjustments, you're not just tweaking your bedroom, you're investing in better sleep and long-term health. Imagine waking up like Frank could have, clear-headed, energized, and ready to tackle the day, rather than dragging yourself out of bed in a haze. A cooler bedroom isn't just a matter of preference. It's a vital step toward enhancing sleep quality, reducing heart strain, and supporting overall well-being as you age. It's a small change with outsized rewards, one that proves sometimes less heat means more rest. 4. Sleeping in the wrong position. Sleep is something most people take for granted, rarely pausing to consider the position they assume when they drift off. After all, if you're comfortable, what difference could it possibly make? The truth, however, is far more complex and critical, especially as we age. Your sleep position doesn't just determine how cozy you feel. It directly impacts your breathing, circulation, and even the functioning of your heart. For those over 70, this seemingly trivial choice can become a matter of health and vitality. Consider Robert, a 76-year-old retiree who, for decades, slept flat on his back without a second thought. His wife began noticing something alarming. During the night, he'd occasionally stop breathing entirely, only to jolt awake with a desperate gasp moments later. At first, Robert brushed it off as a quirk of aging, a minor annoyance not worth fussing over. But as months passed, the effects became undeniable. He'd wake up drained, his energy sapped before the day even began. Simple tasks like reading the paper or chatting with friends felt exhausting, his focus slipping away like sand through his fingers. Concerned, he finally visited a doctor, who delivered a sobering diagnosis: obstructive sleep apnea. This condition, where the airway collapses or becomes blocked during sleep, doesn't just disrupt rest. It heightens the risk of serious issues like high blood pressure, heart disease, and even sudden cardiac arrest. Why does sleeping on your back cause such trouble? It's all about anatomy. In this position, gravity pulls the tongue and soft tissues of the throat backward, partially obstructing the airway. For some, this manifests as snoring. For others, it silently reduces oxygen levels, straining the heart over time. Even without sleep apnea, other positions carry risks. Sleeping on your right side, for instance, places subtle but real pressure on the heart, making it harder to pump blood efficiently. So, what's the solution? Experts point to one position as the gold standard: sleeping on your left side. This simple adjustment offers a cascade of benefits, particularly for older adults. First, it enhances circulation by aligning the body in a way that lets the heart pump with less resistance. Blood flows more freely, reducing strain on this vital organ. Second, it's a boon for digestion, cutting down on acid reflux, a frequent complaint among seniors battling heartburn or gastrointestinal discomfort. Finally, it keeps the airway open, minimizing the chances of blockages that could spiral into sleep apnea. Transitioning to this position isn't always easy, especially for habitual back or stomach sleepers like Robert. But small tweaks can make a big difference. A body pillow, for example, can act as a gentle barrier, keeping you from rolling onto your back in the night. Pair that with a supportive pillow to slightly elevate your head, and airflow improves even further. These aren't high-tech fixes, just practical tools to retrain your body. The payoff? Better breathing, a happier heart, and sleep that restores you. Robert, after making the switch, noticed the change within weeks, waking up refreshed instead of ragged, ready to take on his day. At 70 and beyond, when resilience starts to wane, optimizing something as basic as sleep position isn't just a luxury, it's a lifeline to better health. Aging is a journey, and the habits we build along the way shape our well-being. By applying even one of these tips, you can improve your health, confidence, and overall quality of life. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing you've learned today that you'll put into practice? Comment below and share your thoughts. I read every single one. If you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so you never miss out on life-changing wisdom. See you in the next video.